You are welcome to today's lesson. As I promised earlier, in this lesson, we'll be talking about nesting HTML elements. Nesting HTML elements. So let's begin. Nesting. Nesting HTML elements. Sorry. So that's it. Nesting HTML element. Okay. What is nesting? We know what HTML elements are already. So let's understand what nesting means. Nesting means putting one thing inside the other. Putting one thing inside the other. You get it? So nesting HTML elements is all about putting HTML element inside the other HTML element, or putting one HTML element inside the other or another, or whichever way you say it, it's acceptable. You get it? Putting HTML element inside of another HTML element. So that's all what this topic seems to discuss, seek to explain. Okay, let's tackle it and go deeper. Okay, so in this topic there are some key terms you have to take key note of. So we have something we call block level element. Then we have another we call inline element. We have another we call the inline element. You get it? So we have block level element and we have inline element. And the rule is very simple. Rule of thumb. Rule is very simple. I in can go to block. Okay. The inline element can be nested inside a block element, but BL cannot go into IN. Okay, BL cannot go into IN. It is key. You can nest an inline element inside a block level element, but block level element cannot go inside what? An inline element. It cannot go inside an inline element. Okay, let's take examples and see, and let us understand this better. What is a block level element? What is an inline element? A block level element is an element that takes the shape of a block, and it always wants to be on a new line. So for instance, if I use the element h1 and I give it a text or a content, that content will like to stand on its own. You get it? It will like to stand on its own, and it takes the shape, presumably or imaginably, it takes the shape of what? A block. So that's why the name block level element. Okay, that's why the name block level element. The inline element in itself is self-explanatory. You get it? In line, so it means it has to be in line of a certain element. So the inline element imaginably and presumably has no shape, and it doesn't always want to be on what? On a new line. It doesn't always want to be on a new line. So let's take example of block level elements. Example of block level element, then we'll understand this thing better. Examples of block level elements. So in my explanation, we made mention of h1 as a block level element. H1. So this is a block level element. H2 is a block level element. Okay. Let's continue over here. Then we also have the paragraph element, which is also a block level element. Okay. So these are in fact what? Block level element. They are block level element. Block level. Okay, these are block level elements. Then also, then let's take other examples and see. Something like EM, which will be closed as EM. Then B, which will be closed as B. Then let me go a bit further. This one we have strong, which will be closed as strong. These are inline what elements? Inline. They are inline elements. Okay, inline elements. So these are examples of inline elements. So the rule that we did talk about says that the block level elements can have an inline element nested in them, but inline elements cannot have block level element nested in them. You get it? Nested in them. So let's see what is allowable. What are we allowed to do with this one? With this case, what are we allowed? What are we allowed to do here? What are we allowed to do here? Okay, so for instance, I have my paragraph element, which is what? A block level element. Inside of this, I can put EM. Then I will have to close it first. Then I will have to close my paragraph block level element. So this is allowed. This is allowed. Okay, so you see that in doing this, I wrote the block level element first, its opening tag, that's in this case P, the paragraph element. Then it came last here. You get it? Then in between these two, in between the opening tag and the closing tag of the block level element, I have the inline element, which in this case is what? EM. EM is normally used for making text italic. Okay, it is used for making text italic. When we start coding, we start going into our text editor, you will understand this and understand it better. Okay, you will understand this and understand it better. So you see, the P element comes first and it comes last at the end of everything. Then the inline element, which in this case is EM, comes in between. So let's see a real example of this. And see how we would be able to use it and use it well. So let's see. Let's take an example and see. So let's say I want Rose Consort. We want to write I love Rose Consort. Let me see if I'll be able to clean the love and write it better for you. Okay, because you are fond of telling me that you can't see. Don't worry. I love. Okay, so my love is now clear over here, right? Then I want Rose Consort to be in italic form. That also. So I'll bring my EM. Okay, EM. Then Rose Consort will come. I love Rose. Okay, because of space, let me bring the consort down here. I love Rose Consort. Then I will have to close my inline element first. That also. Okay, so EM closed. Then what else? I would be able to close my block level element, which is P. So this is an example of how to use this. This thing, what I'm coming to right now, is not allowed. So I can't write this. Okay, we are saying that the EM should come inside of this. See something, this thing is not allowed. This, okay, I have my EM, and because you say I wrote this first, let me close this first, then I'll come and close my EM element. Please, and please again, this is not allowed. This is not allowed. It is not acceptable at all. Okay, and another one, let me see, this EM, right, which is an inline element, then I insert my paragraph, then, okay, let me close the paragraph first, then my inline element. Okay, so see something, this thing is also not what? Allowed. It is not allowed. Show you red card for this. It is not allowed at all. It is not allowed at all because this is what? A block level element. A block level element. And according to the rule, block level element cannot be nested inside an inline element. So you can do this. You can do this and try and see the results that you will get. It's either your code doesn't run at all, or it will run and you see an unexpected result. You get it? You will see an unexpected result. So these are very key for you to note. These are very key for you to note. So we come to the end of the lesson, nesting of HTML elements. And I hope this lesson has been very helpful to you. You understand everything. You understand basically everything. If you don't understand anything, you can comment in the section below, or you can load the video again and view it once more. I have taken my time to explain this even to the layman's understanding. So I am sure, 100% sure, that by watching this video the first time, you should be able to understand. Even if you don't understand, watch it again and you will understand everything very well. Thank you. I am Asante Patrick Romado. I was still your facilitator, and God bless you. For now, I'll say bye-bye and stay blessed. Thank you.